Verse number 62 from chapter 43 Az-Zukhruf. من الشیطان الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم وَإِنَّهُ لَعِلْمٌ لِلسَّاعَةِ فَلَا تَمْتَرُنَّ بِهَا وَاتَّبِعُونِ هَذَا صِرَاطٌ مُسْتَقِيمٌ. The translation I read. The translation is, but verily he is a sign of the hour, so have no doubt about it, but follow me, this is the right path.
So will Huzur please kindly explain to me, I'm a bit confused. First of all, in my Bosnian translation there is said Quran instead of he, which is mistake.
Is it a mistake?
Yeah. And secondly, does it mean second coming of Jesus Christ? If
That's
so,
right. Evidently.
Yeah, I'm confused because we believe that after coming promised Messiah there will be long-lasting peace, and so I'm confused how he's going to be a sign of our.
You see, as far as the word "sa" is concerned, it literally means a great hour when a revolution takes place. So this translation has been suggested by me in the end, that instead of Qiyamah, this should be translated as the hour. The hour applies not to an hour, but it applies to a great moment in time, a historic moment in time, when things turn ups and down. So Sa is related to the second advent of Jesus Christ. About this, there are no two opinions. All the Orthodox ulama agree to this. They say the second advent of Jesus Christ will be the sign of Asa. Right? Now, unfortunately, by the second advent they mean he will come in person. He will descend from heaven in person. While we believe that this is a metaphorical expression, he will not come in person, but someone will come in his style and to represent him spiritually. You understand this point? So the word "sa" is misread and misinterpreted by the orthodoxy. They believe that the "sa" means Qiyamah, which will come soon after Jesus would reappear. And some say within 40 years of Jesus' advent, the earth will be blown up. Now, this is a meaning which is forcibly related to this verse by the mullahs. They have no right whatsoever to translate Asa according to their own liking or according to their own preferences, when the Holy Quran has already used the same word in relation to Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his advent. Asa, when related to Rasulullah sallam, must be understood in that context. And when related to another prophet who would come under Rasulullah sallam, it should be also understood in the same context. No better meaning should be ascribed to this word than the ones ascribed to the first time when this word was applied to the age of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You understand? Now I remind you again, I have said it so many times, but different views come at different times. Let me repeat this. the word "sa" in relation to a prophet's coming. This is the issue. The word "sa" in relation to a prophet's coming is only used twice in the Holy Quran. First in relation to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's advent, and second in relation to Jesus' advent. The coming of no other prophet, I insist, is related to the word "sa." So now the picture becomes very clear and very distinctive. The first "sa" which I referred to is in the verse "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, iqtarabatis saatu wanshaqqal qamar." Sa, the hour, has come close, and the moon has split. This happened, the moon split more than 1400 years ago. The Holy Quran says, "Iqtarabatis saatu." Saat is close. 1400 years have passed and Saat has not happened. 14 and a half, maybe. When the sign was shown, from that time, around 1450 years have passed. But according to the mullahs, the Saat has not yet happened, because they translated it as Al-Qiyamah, that is the Doomsday. But when the same word is applied to the advent of Jesus, whatever the advent means, that's not question. That's not a question. But whenever Jesus reappears, they say within 40 years there will be Qiyamah. Why? When it relates to the coming of Rasulullah sallam, 1400 years and more pass and the Qiyamah does not appear. And when it comes to the second advent of Jesus, they say it will come. Why? What reason? What crime? They have no justification. Only this is an excuse to reject the coming of Masih of Islam. Because more than 100 years have passed since. Although his demise, if we count from demise, he died in 1908. So it is 1808. No, 1908. This is 1998. So 90 years have passed since his demise. But if we count from the beginning, when Jamaat Ahmediyya was launched, then it was in 1889. So from 1889 to 1998 is
109 years.
109 years, right? Now they count from there and say 109 years have passed, shows the Qiyamah. If there is no Qiyamah, then he is not right. He is not the Masih Maud. We say, do you believe in Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or not? They say, yes, we do. We can ask, show us the Qiyamah. It is mentioned in the Quran. Far more time has passed since his coming, and the advent and Sa has not appeared according to you. But according to our translation of the Sa, it has appeared. A great revolution was brought about by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it was the first manifestation of that revolution. Revolution. So it continues till today. That revolution which was introduced by the advent of Rasulullah sallam, it is the same which is still continuing into a propelling force, as a propelling force, which is responsible for the advance of Islam. Now, according to the Quranic prophecy, this wave was to die out gradually, until when so needed, God would send Christ again, but in metaphorical form. And he would be the sign of the same Sa'a of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and will give it a new impetus, so that the spiritual revolution, which had ultimately halted, that would restart from there and spread all over the world. This is what we are witnessing today. This is Sa'a. Their Sa'a has no meaning whatsoever. Have you understood this question now clearly? Yeah, very good. Alhamdulillah. Now can you tell others of your friends and Bosnians, this is what it means?